Baby, it's cold outside. No, I'm kidding. So, I hear you guys saying, John, John, have you been following the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case? I can't go to bed until I hear your opinions about it. What do you think about it? I hear you say, you clever viewer. And to which I say, you can sleep easy tonight because your questions are about to be answered. So, take comfort. I've got you covered. So, anyone who doesn't know, I love Johnny Depp. Despite his, political affiliation, obviously. I mean, the thing he said when Orange Man Bad was, in charge, when was the last time an actor assassinated a president? Not exactly in good taste, but he's done more good than anything else. So, this is a guy who dresses up as Jack, and goes to children's hospitals to make them, smile. When Alice in Wonderland was, in theaters and all that, and that was still big, he would dress up as the Mad Hatter and go to Disney World or Disneyland, and it was like this, almost like a poster, but it was electronic. And they replaced the electronic part with him, so he was able to interact with the guests. And then there was this really, really nice one I saw where it was like he was signing autographs, and there was this little girl and her mother, and these people were just fucking mad, and not mean like but they were like trying to trample this little fucking girl just to get his damn autograph. And he kind of bends down and he's like, "Yeah, don't worry, it's crazy right now, but don't worry, you're gonna get out of here, you'll be fine," like a father would do. It's like as soon as he sees this little girl start to cry, his fatherly instinct just kicks in, and he bends down, he, assures her, you can hear the mother say, "Thank you, Johnny," and he gives her a kiss on the head. And so, does he have problems? Yeah, I know he had a, alcohol issue, he was dealing with that. But, Amber Heard, she's just a downright fucking vile woman. Every person she's been with has been abused. She lopped off Johnny's finger by throwing a fucking vodka bottle. I think she was dating a girl a couple years ago who, she abused. Elon Musk was apparently abused by, there's some pictures with him with bruises on his face, but people are like, oh, those are doctored. But given this woman's history, I wouldn't be fucking surprised. She's a complete downright fucking vile woman. And the body language of her. So now it's her up there testifying. She's up there. Before it was Johnny, and he was very reserved, very silent, really didn't know how to answer certain questions. Typical of someone who's telling the truth. He was kind of sitting there, very soft-spoken, didn't show much emotion because he's going through this crap and he doesn't really know what to feel right now. But no, here come the waterworks. Here comes it was just so hard, the overacting with her.
And I'd get back up. That's crazy. You're wrong. I would never. The normal things. And it would escalate to the point where he would push me or shove me down, and then I'd get back up. And this happened several times. That's why it's not more specific, I suppose. When I'd get back up, I'd look him in the eye. I made a point of getting up and looking him in the eye. It's my way of defending myself at that time. And I'd look at him, and he'd ask me if I wanted to go again. He'd shove me back down. Eventually, he just hit me. Remember, he hit me in the face when I denied having an affair with my ex-wife, my ex-partner at the time.
Yeah, that the woman, she was also getting abused by this woman. Now, I'm not saying Johnny's completely innocent. I'm sure in a drunken stupor at some points he did, but I don't think it was to the extent. I mean, he, like I said, his finger was because of her. So she's clearly done more harm. And honestly, this is why you don't date crazy or don't fuck crazy, because this is what fucking happens. But then there's the call between her and Johnny saying, "Go ahead, tell them, Johnny. Tell them I, Johnny Depp, am a victim of, domestic abuse. Who are they going to side with? The woman." And this, they played this in court, so it's not like one of those things. No, those words came out of her mouth. She's acting like, "Oh, they're going to side with me because I'm the woman. You're the man. They're not going to believe that you're a victim of domestic abuse." She's just. This word is reserved for people like her. She is a fucking cunt. She's completely vile. You can tell how she's presenting herself. You can tell that she's rehearsed this in her fucking head. Go back and, go watch Johnny's. There's plenty of it, but you'll see he's very reserved. He's very quiet. It takes him a while to kind of think of what he should not what he should say, but kind of how to formulate the words and sentence that he what was it? I think one of the he was asked something like, why didn't you call the authorities or something? Why were you protecting her? And and it took him like a minute and a half or so just to come up with an answer why they didn't want anything to happen to her. So if you go back and watch him, like I said, very reserved, very quiet. You can see he's emotional, but he's trying not to show it. It's just an act. You can see you can hear it in her voice. You can see it on her face. You can see how she moves her body, the mannerisms and all that. I mean, I'm not a fucking professional, but I think I understand humans enough to the point where I can kind of tell. And she's a fucking actor, so she should be able to act normal and make it believable, but there's just certain things she's doing in the tone of voice and like I said, is Johnny innocent? I'm sure he's done some stupid stuff to her too, but it's clear that she is more of the dominant oppressor, the dominant abuser in the relationship. Like I said, it happened with her ex-wife / partner, Elon Musk, possibly. So this woman has a history of domestic violence. She is just a terrible, terrible person, and the only reason people tolerate it is because she's mildly attractive. And I say mildly because she can be the best looking fucking woman in the world, but her attitude, her personality is fucking disgusting. So she's mildly attractive because the rest of her, the personality, the way she is, that fucking takes away. That makes her so much uglier. So that's the only reason she gets away with it. And she knows it. That's why she said, "Go ahead, Johnny, tell them. Say, I, Johnny Depp, am a victim of domestic abuse. See who they believe." Because she knows damn fucking well how the system is. Men get domestically abused all the fucking time, but then when a male comes out about it, we get fucking laughed at. You were abused by a woman? Yeah, because guess what? We're not allowed to hit women because we're bigger and we're stronger, and we can cause some serious damage just by a hard backhand. So we defend ourselves, and we still get thrown in fucking jail for it. Same thing with mental, like depression, stuff like that, men get laughed at. They just suck it up. Other people have it worse. And people wonder why suicide rates for men is so much higher than women. But women don't have privilege, you know? Women are oppressed. But, yeah, so she's basically saying, yeah, just go ahead, Johnny, tell them. Tell them that you were abused. See who they side with and see who they believe. Because she knows how the system is. She knows how America is. She knows how people will look at a man who's been abused and basically laugh at him and not take it seriously. And that's just a sad fucking reality of the world we're living in. Because men are always supposed to be the bigger and stronger ones. Like, how are you abused by a woman? Because we can't fucking defend ourselves. And then when we do defend ourselves, we're the ones who get arrested for it. It's a lose-lose scenario for men. She throws a punch on the, and then you just catch, you catch her fist, and she can say you fucking swung at her. It's fucking pathetic. So, like I said, I know he's had issues with drinking. So, even if he never actually did anything, he was just saying stupid shit. Saying stupid shit is a lot different than her smacking him all the fucking time, lobbing off a fucking the tip of his finger. She's done so much more worse than him. So, but like I said, just look at her body language. Look at how she's talking. This looks like a performance. This looks like she was sitting there planning this in her head, going over it 100 times like it was a script. Frankly, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if she had some kind of script that she was memorizing. Or it's like, oh, well, I'm an actor. I can just, think of what they'll ask me, and just whatever I respond with, just be very emotional, and just, the eye contact, the way she kind of looks out at everyone. So the body language gives it away. This woman is just a disgusting, disgusting woman. And as I said, if it wasn't for her being mildly attractive, then probably be taken a lot more seriously. But I think that from now on, she should be, if Johnny Depp isn't allowed to do, Fantastic Beasts or Pirates of the Caribbean or anything like that because of now this image that people have of him, if she's found guilty of all this shit, she should not be allowed to have any kind of work, because she's basically blackballed him to the point where he really can't get hired anywhere. So when they show that she's really the fucking bitch here, the same thing, the Aquaman 2 or whatever, cut her out. Any other project she might have, cut her out. She wants to act like a fucking bitch. Go ahead. You suffer the repercussions of acting like a bitch. You get to experience the same fucking thing that Johnny had to go through with the losing roles and all that because of this image that you put on him. That people now see him as like this fucking domestic abuser. So, this fucking woman is gonna get what's coming to her. No one is buying her shit. Johnny's testimony was pretty much the nail in the coffin. No one is buying her shit anymore. Anyone with a fucking brainstem can see this is a fucking act. Like I said, go back and watch Johnny's and then compare it to her. Night and day. Night and fucking day. Like I said, with Johnny, I may not agree with him politically, but I can't deny that he is a really good human being, and he's done a lot for kids. He's, brilliant actor. Although the roles he chooses usually are all somehow the same, very wild, quirky, misunderstood. But Captain Jack, come on, probably hit one of his most famous, if not the most famous of his roles. Fear and Loathing, was Eating Gilbert Grape, Edward Scissorhands. His first movie, I think, was Nightmare on Elm Street. I think 21 Jump Street was like the first acting thing he was in, acting role he had. So he has had a long career, but Pirates is really what everyone knows him as. It's like, hey, it's Captain Jack. Hell, I think he has the sparrow that Jack has, that very same with it's like the sparrow, and it's like in front of I think it's like going like the sun behind it or something like that. It's a real cool tattoo. I think it's got like little waves and the sun. It's a sparrow flying, but he has that on his arm because his son's name is Jack, if I remember. So, I mean, he's just a cool guy, and the fact that this woman is dragging him through the mud and trying to play victim here when she is a disgusting human. We all see her through her bullshit. No one's believing her. There's too many audio recordings of her being herself. But yeah, I just hope that after all of this, Johnny can get back to work. I mean, I'm sure it's nice not to having to go to work and act for 17 hours at a time and this and that, but he does it because he likes it. So, I would really like for him to be able to get back to doing what he likes doing. Except for watching himself. He says he doesn't like watching himself. It's like, have you watched any of your movies? I don't like to watch myself. And he says the main reason is because he'll like watch himself do a scene and he's like, oh, I could have done that so much differently. Oh, I should have done that. And so basically, instead of enjoying the movie, he's critiquing himself, which I think a lot of people do. It's like, oh, well, I could have said that differently. And I really should have stepped that way more. Oh, that line delivery was a little flat. I could have been a little more, give it a little 50%. But he's like, I don't like watching myself. But, yeah. Johnny Depp. Johnny fucking Depp. Not to mention, that man is fucking gorgeous. The dude's gonna be 60. That man is fucking gorgeous. Fuck. Fuck. I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to say that is a sexy man. Sexy fucking man. So. But this is why you don't fuck crazy. This fucking bitch right here, this is why you don't fuck crazy. Because it'll always end badly for you. He's lucky he didn't end up losing his life somehow to this woman. All he lost was a fucking fingertip. Which, fuck, imagine that. Having that fucking happen. Anyways, have you guys been keeping up with this trial? Who do you think is in the right? Who do you think is in the wrong? I mean, like I said, I'm sure Johnny did say stupid things, but I don't think he'd be the one to, abuse. Everyone who's around them always said that she was doing the abusing. But it's like they say, you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. But, we'll see what happens. The trials should be coming to an end sometime soon. I mean, since the last week or so was Johnny, and we've got her now. So it should be coming to a close, if there's a jury deliberation and stuff like that. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.